you can inactivate them. Okay, you can inactivate them. When you are working on the inactivation of supervisory organization, if, for instance, let's say customer told you, go ahead and inactivate the supervisory organization. Earlier we thought we need this organization, now we don't need due to budget issues, or they don't have any plan in future, whatever the reason, they told you to inactivate. Remember to ask couple of questions when you're working in activation. Okay, we have to do the impact analysis also. Inactivation is just a one click, very simple, less than 2 minutes you can complete, but that might impact downstream applications. Here, so you have to schedule a call whenever you get inactivation. You have to schedule a call with other working team like compensation, reporting, benefits, and inform you are inactivating the supervisory organization. Why do we need to inform? For instance, the compensation team, benefits team, payroll team might create eligibility rules based on the supervisory organization you are inactivating. For example, sales firm. So if you inactivate here, it also inactivation request. Question one: what is the effective date? When you would like to inactivate this supervisory organization. When you would like to inactivate the supervisory organization, effective date. Second thing, would you like to remove this organization? When I say organization, supervisory organization, would you like to remove this organization from the hierarchy, or do you want to continue this organization within the hierarchy? You also need to ask this question to the customer. Third one. Third one. Ensure there is no employees or open positions while you inactivating a supervisor organization. While inactivating the supervisor organization. And the last one, check with the customer, would they like to remove all the roles, keep all the roles, remove only specific roles. These are the four questions we must check with the customer before you inactivate a supervisor organization. We also have to make them understand inactivating an organization also might impact or some additional details might require. Effective date. So effective date is required. So from when the supervisor organization is no longer available. Okay. So you need to mention this effective date. It can be future date, it can be past date, it can be current date. But up to customer's call, which effective date they would like to do that. Okay. The second thing is remove the organization from hierarchy. Remove the organization from hierarchy. So, since you're inactivating supervisory organization, would you like to remove this organization permanently from the hierarchy, or do you want to continue this organization? Let's take two scenarios on this question. Customers temporarily inactivating this organization due to budget issues, and later, once the budget release, they want to hire employees. In that case, inactivate the organization but continue within the hierarchy so that whenever the budget is released, you can activate this organization back. Scenario 2, customers decided they don't need this organization in future. Permanently, they don't need this organization. Then you can proceed to remove this organization from the hierarchy and mark it as do not use. Okay. And then after, ensure there is no employees or open positions associated with this supervisory organization. What does it mean? What does it mean? You cannot inactivate a supervisory organization if you have an active employees or open positions. Workday doesn't let you allow to do that. You can't inactivate a super if employees or open positions are there. So you must ensure move the employees, okay, and workers from the organization before you inactivate. For example, okay. No worries. Once you start to practice, you might have questions, but at that time, don't hesitate. So we will discuss in detail. Now, I would like to start a new topic which is called staffing models. But remember, out of 11 organizations, we discussed only one organization, that is supervisor organization. Only one organization we discussed. Remaining 10 organizations we need to discuss. Okay, that we will do one before we hire an employee. Okay, so let's talk about staffing models. Staffing models. I hope you remember while we're creating the supervisor organizations, while we're creating the supervisor organizations, job management. And in the today's session, first we'll talk about overview and limitations. Maybe in the next session, we'll discuss in detail about the key characteristics between position management and job management. Fine. So let's see what Workday statement on staffing models. Every supervisory organization in Workday must have only one staffing model, friends. Every supervisory organization in Workday must have only one staffing model. That is position management or job management. You cannot assign two staffing models for one supervisory organization. Either only one position or job, not both. Okay? And in this chapter, we will discuss in detail about the key differences between the two types of staffing models available within Workday, position management and job management. So what I'm saying here is, let me go to the tenant. To part now. Fine. Now first, so we know there are two staffing models we have, position and job. Now we'll spend some time to understand what is position management, what is key characteristics of position management, what are the dependencies if you include position management in the scope. Okay, first let's see what Workday says. So how do you define a position in general, not technically? What is mean by position? Anyone? Position, for example, if you want to hire an employee, I want to hire an employee, Mr. John. John is the employee name or a candidate. I want to hire the person. I need a chair, I need a position, I need a job, so that I can hire that person in that position. Okay, let's say what Workday says on the position. A position consolidates key job information. A position consolidates key job information such as job family, job profile, worker type, location, also whether the worker is full time or part time, or the customer implementing talent. We can also see qualifications, education details, skill level, languages, all the details. Okay, and each of the staffing models in Workday have a different level of control over positions, over staffing and support different staffing goals. I'll make it more simple this one. So Workday recommends position management is for more control. Position management is for more control. Job management is for more flexibility. So what is the difference? I will explain in our coming session. So let's see the key characteristics of position management. Key characteristics could be interview question. Definitely, this is in staffing model. In position management, you are able to create a single position, or you can create up to 99 positions at a time. Is possible. In position management, you are able to get single position or 99 positions. You can create at a time. Is possible. It's a kind of quantity. And if you want to hire a new employee into a position, if you want to hire a new employee into a position, remember there must be an approved position as a worker start date. An approved position as a worker start date. Okay? What does it mean? If you're hiring an employee, if you're hiring an employee, you must first need a position. Okay, you must first need a position. Then only you're able to hire. If you haven't created position, you can't hire an employee. Okay. Positions can open after a job change. So you may hear about you may going to hear this term change job or job change, which is nothing but promotions, transfers, relocations. Consolidated, we will call it a change job. Positions can be open after a job change. Positions can be moved from one supervisory organization to other supervisory organization as part of the job change is also possible. You can move the position from organization A to organization B is also possible. You can also close the position if you think that position is no longer required is also possible. You can close the position permanently also possible. Let me explain some examples. Okay. Now see here, a single position is created to be filled. I want to hire an employee called Mr. John. So first what I need to create a position. So my position title is Manager IT, open position. I have two supervisor organizations, supervisor organization A, supervisor organization B. Okay. Under that, I have created a position called Manager IT, a open unfilled position. In this position, I'm going to hire an employee. To hire a new position, to hire an employee into a new position, you must have an approved position as of position start date or worker start date. So I have a position. I'm going to hire an employee called Mr. John. Okay. Position can be open after a job change. Assume under supervisory organization B, we have another open position called senior manager position. Okay. Position can open after a job change. In this scenario, I am promoting employee Mr. John from organization A to organization B into a senior manager position. I am promoting employee Mr. John from manager IT position to senior manager position. If you observe in this scenario, I moved only the employee friends. I have not moved his position, previous position. I have moved only employee into the new position under new supervisory organization. Is possible. Position can be moved from one supervisory organization to another supervisory organization as part of the job change is also possible. What does it mean? Assume John has requested for transfer. John requested for transfer. I can move Mr. John along with his position from organization B to organization A as part of the transfer. This is also possible. What I'm trying to say here is you can move only the position is possible. You can move only employee from one position to another position is possible. You can move employee along with the position also possible. Could be any reason, transfer, promotion, even demotion. These transactions are possible. And later, assume Mr. John resigned for the job. He resigned for his job. So we have terminated or separated. And now customer decided they want to go with manager IT, they don't want to go with senior manager position. Then permanently we can close the position, which means the position is no longer available for hire. This position is no longer available for hire. This is also possible in position management. Any questions on these examples or key characteristics? And we are going to perform this whatever examples here we're discussing, right? We are going to perform in detail in the tenant. Don't worry, this is just like to make you clear what are the key characteristics of position management. Anyone have any questions on this one? Okay. So in position management, once you recommend position management to your customer, remember there are 5 business processes we also needs to be include. 5 business processes we need to include. Create position. One is create position. Another one is edit position. Edit position restrictions. Third one is edit position. Freeze position. Close position. If you recommend position management to your customer, so we are also responsible to make them understand the customer to include these 5 business processes in the scope, because each transaction you are performing on the position, you need these business processes. Okay, you need these business processes. Let's talk about in detail. Create position. This business process you need to copy to your supervisor organization so that you are able to create positions. Okay, so this business process will allow you to create a position. Edit position restrictions. Once you create position, once you create position, further you may have to change the location, time type, worker subtype. This business process will help you to change those details. Remember, open unfilled position. If you already hired an employee, you already hired an employee, still you want to perform some changes to the position, then you need to go with edit position. Freeze position. With the help of this business process, temporarily you can mark the position not available for hire. For example, I have created two positions. Okay, I have created two positions. One is position A, another one is position B. Later, the customer said they don't have budget to run the business. Sorry, correction. They don't have budget to hire an employee into the position B. So you can freeze it. Freeze in the sense you're temporarily not allowing anyone to hire into this position. Temporarily. Once the budget is released, unfreeze the position so that the position is open again and you can hire anyone into this position. Close position means, let's say you create two positions, position A, position B, based on the demand. Later, the customer said they don't need this position B at all. You can permanently close the position. Remember, once you close the position permanently, you cannot bring this position back to active status. Not possible. It is closed. That's it. Okay. So these are the business processes we are gonna perform, copy, and play around all these five business process events. Okay, we'll start creating positions, creating multiple positions, edit positions, talk about just all these details in our next session. So, does anyone have any questions on today's session?
So will you be sharing this Word doc as well after the
Of course.
class?
These are class notes. So these are the class notes. You must receive these class notes. Apart from that, in detail about the key characteristics of position and job, differences, the workday certification material also you will get it. I will ask the organizer to share these details with you all.
Okay,
Okay,
thank you. Mhm.
perfect. Anyone have any other questions I can help?
Yeah, Kiran.
Yeah,
Um, Going forward, can we have detail about rehire
Re-
process?
of course, ma'am. So rehire, we're going to talk about during our transaction. See, actually, so we have a sequence to follow here. Okay, so it's not me I'm saying, it's Workday recommended. So we created supervisor organization. Here we are creating positions and jobs. This just now we had a overview. Tomorrow we are going to create. Here the next chapter is job profiles, job family groups. Then we'll talk about compensation configurations. And then here we are going to talk about workflows or business processes, approvals, etc. Hire, rehire, termination, promotion, demotion, relocations, and how to handle some manual mistakes, human mistakes. We're going to learn here, man. And then advanced business process events. After that, I'll pick up reporting and other tools. So this is a sequence we need to follow. Currently, we are here, but definitely we'll talk about rehire. We'll talk about terminations. We'll talk about on hold the employee. We're going to discuss this. Or
Yeah, thank
if
you.
you say like you have some or any interview are there or anything you would like to learn on that part, don't worry at all. Tomorrow I can take some additional time for you and I will show some examples. Okay,
Yeah, thank you.
thank you. Okay, so with this, let's hold for today, and tomorrow we'll practically configure whatever we discussed on the screen tomorrow. Sorry, in the tenant. And also, I will fix that issue, guys. I'm really sorry. Keep saying, but no progress. Sorry for that. Thanks, everyone. Please take care, stay safe, and we'll connect tomorrow again.